आई थिंक ऑन बेटर टू पोस्ट ऑन द यूट्यूब, बिकॉज अभी क्लासरूम में मैं डालूंगा तो इट विल ऑक्यूपाई ह्यूज मेमोरी. सो प्लीज कंफर्म स्क्रीन देख पा रहे हो?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what we were about to discuss yesterday. So F over K be a field extension. Given any vector space V over F, we can regard V as a vector space over K. This is all right to all of you? V vector space है F के ऊपर. K is a field, subfield of F. So K is sitting inside F as a subfield. So we can regard V as a vector space over K as well, right? Then dimension of V over K is finite if and only if dimension of V over F and the degree of F over K are both finite, and in this case it is the product of two. So okay, let's see the proof. So this is all right, I'm assuming. किसी को कुछ doubt हो तो पूछो. This part, V is given a vector space V over F, we can regard V as a vector space over K. So this is what I am assuming, it's quite obvious. So I will focus on the remaining. किसी को कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो तो पूछ सकता है इसमें. So first assume this dimension of V over K is finite. All right. So fine. So when dimension of V over K is finite, so what we are looking, dimension of V over F and F over K. All right. So dimension of V over F is quite obvious because let's say dimension of V over K, suppose this dimension is n, if it is finite, right? So that means you must have basis V1, V2, Vn. That means every element in V is a linear combination of these elements over K. So that means V, you can thought it as K V1 plus K Vn, where this right hand side is the set of all elements of the form alpha 1 V1 plus alpha n Vn, where all these alpha i's are coming from K. Alpha I belongs to K for all I. Is this all right to you?
Yes,
ठीक है?
sir.
Okay. So fine. Now so what is happening here? Dimension of V over K is finite, right? So dimension of V over K is finite. So you may assume, let's say same thing, V1, V2, Vn finite है तो कुछ basis भी होगा, basis of V over K. So that means V is kv1 plus so on kvn. This will, because k is sitting inside f as a subfield, so this will be contained in fv1 plus fvn. And because v is a vector space over f, so this will be contained in v. So that means v equals fv1 plus so on fvn. So that means it is generated by v1, v2, vn. Is that fine? As a vector space over k. Oh, sorry, over f. So finite generating set आ गया. तो इसको any finite generating set of a given vector space or any generating set of a given vector space you can always reduce to a basis. You know this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that means के basis finite generating set है तो basis भी finite होगा. So this immediately gives you that dimension of v over f is finite. Okay, fine. All right. Now what about dimension of f over k? All right. So what we want dimension of f over k. All right. Okay. So all right. So ओके ऐसा करते हैं, इसको जरा पॉज करते हैं और थोड़ा रिवर्स डायरेक्शन में प्रूव करते हैं. दैट विल हेल्प अस इन द फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन एज वेल. ठीक है. सो ओके. इसको अभी जरा पॉज करते हैं फॉर अ मोमेंट. ठीक है, पहले रिवर्स डायरेक्शन में प्रूव करते हैं. सो assume dimension of v over f and f over k, they are finite. Are both finite. Okay. So finite है, so you may assume कि dimension. So let's say dimension of V over F, assume it is maybe N, and degree of F over K. So that means dimension of F as a vector space over K. This is, let's say, M. All right. So you must have basis. So let's say V1, V2, Vn, basis of V over F, and what you want to call U1, U2, Um, basis of F over K. All right. What I want to claim, uh, Vi Uj I is running from 1 to N, J is running from 1 to M. So first thing, where are these elements? V is a vector space over F. Vi आ रहा है V से, Ui आ रहा है F से, प्रोडक्ट कहाँ जाएगा? यस, V
V
वेक्टर
over F.
प्रोडक्ट जाएगा V के अंदर, क्योंकि V वेक्टर स्पेस दे रखा है F के ऊपर, तो ये स्केलर मल्टीप्लीकेशन हो गया V और F के बीच में, Vi Uj. तो ये सारे के सारे एलिमेंट्स V के अंदर जा रहे हैं, right? So it's a subset of B. So what we want to claim that this subset, it's a finite subset containing m into n elements. It's a basis of V over K. That's what we want to show. Is a basis of V over K. All right. So first thing, the linear span. Basis के लिए दो चीज चाहिए मुझको. First thing, the linear span is V, its linear span is V, and second thing, this set must be linearly independent over K. All right. So let's say you start with any element X in V, and because V1, V2, Vn is a basis, so this X, I mean, there are scalars alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n, where in F such that X will be equal to alpha 1 V1 plus alpha n Vn. Is that fine? Because V1, V2, Vn is a basis of V over F. Now, alpha i's are coming from F, and U1, U2, Um is a basis of F over K. So also for any I ranges from 1 to n, alpha I can be written as a linear combination of U1, U2, Um over K. So alpha I, you can write it as, let's say, beta I1 U1 plus so on beta I M UM, right? Where, I mean, this is for some beta I1, beta I2, beta IM, they are in K. So for every I will have such expression for alpha I in terms of UI, right? So substitute these in the expression here. Let's call it 1. So substitute in 1. So x will be beta 1 1 u1 plus beta 1 2 u2 beta 1 m um. So this is alpha 1, then v1. Similarly for alpha 2, right? So for alpha 2, it is beta 2 1 u1 beta 2 2 u2 beta 2 m um, then v2, and so on. It, finally for what is that, alpha n. So for alpha n you will have beta n1 u1, so on beta n m um, and then vn. So this is what, इसको जरा ब्रैकेट हटा के आप देखोगे तो इट्स लीनियर कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ vi use over k. Beta ij all are coming from k. So this, it's an element in vi use, sorry, और ये लीनियर स्पैन किसके ऊपर है, k के ऊपर, राइट? सो दैट मीन्स vi use I from 1 to n, j from 1 to m generates v over k. Now linearly independentness, right? So now suppose you have alpha 1 1. So we are taking any linear combination, right? u1 v1 alpha 1 2 u1 v2, so on alpha 1 n u1 vn plus alpha 2 1 u2 v1. एक्चुअली आई मीन अगर कुछ कंफ्यूजन हो तो आप इसको यू आई वीजे भी कर सकते हो, बिकॉज द कन्वेंशन कुछ ये है ना कि स्केलर हम लोग लेफ्ट साइड पे ही लिखते हैं, राइट? तो वी एज ए वेक्टर स्पेस ओवर एफ, तो यूजे को आप लेफ्ट साइड पे लिख सकते हो इफ देयर इज एनी कंफ्यूजन. इज दैट फाइन?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So don't be confused, right? So alpha 2 1 u2 v1 plus so on alpha 2 2 u2 v2 plus alpha 2n, it's u2 vn plus so on. Finally you have alpha m1 um v1 alpha m2 um v2 plus alpha mn um vn, and this is, assume it is 0. So it's a linear combination of ui vj over k. So that means where alpha ij is coming from k. This is for all I and for all j. All right. So what you do, ये जो पहला जो कॉलम है यहाँ से V1, because addition is associative, तुम I mean I can arrange, I can use associativity, right? So I can arrange, reshuffle the terms in any manner up to my convenience, right? So इन सबको लिया और V1 इन सब में मुझे दिख रहा है common. So I can collect all these terms together and V1 I can take outside because of the vector space property, right? Is that fine? क्योंकि ये एलिमेंट कहाँ पर है? This is an F. Similarly, this is an F. This is an F. V1 कहाँ है? V1, it's in V. V is a vector space over F, right? So alpha plus beta dot V, it is alpha dot B plus beta dot B, right? So this I can write it as alpha 1 1 U1 plus alpha 2 1 U2 plus alpha M1 UM and then V1. फिर ये सारे टर्म कलेक्ट करें एक साथ और V2 ले लिया बाहर. So for this alpha 1 2 U1 alpha 2 2 U2 plus alpha M2 UM and then V2. Is that fine? Alpha M2, yeah. And finally ऐसे करके फाइनली यहाँ से हमने Vn बाहर लिया. So plus so on, the last one will be alpha 1n U1 alpha 2n U2 alpha mn, oh sorry, um and then Vn, and this is 0. Okay. Now look at these bracketed terms. Ui's are coming from F. F is a and K is sitting inside F. K is a subfield of F. तो ये पूरा का पूरा एलिमेंट किसके अंदर है? F के अंदर. This is an F. Similarly, this is an F. And similarly, so all these bracketed terms are in F. So that means this can be considered as a linear combination of V1, V2, Vn over F. But V1, V2, Vn is a linearly independent subset of, it's a basis है तो linearly independent set है V का F के ऊपर. So for this to hold, all these bracketed terms have to be 0 together, right? So we must have alpha 1 1 U1 plus so on alpha M1 UM, this is 0. The second one will be alpha 1 2 U1 plus alpha M2 UM, this is 0, and so on. Finally, the last one will be alpha 1n U1 plus alpha mn un, this is 0. Now again, all these alpha ij's are coming from K. U1, U2, Um is a basis. So as U1, ये UM होगा, sorry. UM is linearly independent over K. We have alpha ij is 0 for all I. So I यहाँ पे रन कर रहा है आपका 1 to M. J रन कर रहा है 1 to n. So that means ये जितने स्केलर्स थे they all have to be 0 for this to be right. So that means the set is uivj. It's a, क्या लिखा था हमने, सेम लेके चलते हैं, vi uj. It's linearly independent. It's linearly independent over K. So this means it's a basis. Vi usually है ना, is a basis of V over K. This means dimension of V over K. This is m into n, which is same as dimension of V over F. M है डिग्री ऑफ F over K, राइट. चलो ऑर्डर में ही लिख देता हूँ. Degree of F over K, which is M into dimension of V over F. Is that fine? So that means when this and this are finite, then this is finite, right? Now come back. Assume converse, right? Suppose this is finite. So as we have seen immediately that dimension of V over F is finite. That's what we have observed earlier, right? Here, right? So this is finite. That's what we have observed. So only problem was with the F over K. So this means dimension of V over F is finite. Now, what about F over K? So the point is, suppose it is not finite. So suppose dimension of F over K is not finite. ठीक है? That means you must have a basis. So let's say you have what you want to call uh, any set. Let's say maybe u1 u2 और ये चलता जा रहा है. ठीक है? B, I mean dimension is not finite. That means you must have a subset of F, infinite subset of F, which is linearly independent. Is that fine? Basis की बात नहीं करता मैं. Is that fine? Is this all right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let's say this be an infinite linearly independent subset of F over K. All right. So you pick any non-zero element Vi in any non-zero element V non-zero. Choose any V non-zero in V. तो सिंगलटन तो हमेशा लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट होता है, लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट ओवर एफ. ठीक है. Any non-zero vector will always be linearly, any singleton non-zero vector will always be linearly independent. Now the point is, ये जो सेम टेक्निक जो यहाँ ऊपर हमने यूज की है कि ये यू आई था, वी आई था, वी का एफ के ऊपर लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट सबसेट, यू आई था एफ का के ऊपर लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट सबसेट, तो हमने शो किया यू आई वी से वी का के ऊपर लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट सबसेट है. Exactly the same argument will be applicable here. So you can, by applying the same argument, तो अभी बेसिस की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, राइट. तो सेम आर्ग्यूमेंट मुझे खाली लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंटनेस शो करने के लिए चाहिए. वी कंक्लूड दैट ये जो इनफाइनाइट सेट था ये क्या था, u1. सो u1v, u2v एंड सो ऑन. ये जो इनफाइनाइट सेट है चलता जा रहा है, राइट. दिस इज लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट. किसका सबसेट है? सबसेट तो वी का है. ये तो वी के अंदर जाएगा ना. यू आई है एफ से, वी आई है वी से, तो प्रोडक्ट कहाँ जाएगा? वी के अंदर. लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट सबसेट ऑफ वी किसके ऊपर? ओवर के. इज दैट फाइन?
Yes, sir.
But then this will contradict the fact that dimension of V over K is finite. That's what you have assumed. You assumed this. Dimension of V over K is finite. तो ये तो contradiction मिल गया आपको. Infinite set तो V का K के ऊपर linearly independent हो ही नहीं सकता because dimension of V over K is finite. And this contradiction because of the fact that you said you were able to find an infinite linearly independent subset of F over K. Is the argument all right to you, all of you?
Yes,
So that means F over K is also finite. So this completes the proof. So as a immediate remark, immediate conclusion, given a tower of finite extensions, so finite extension means always we are assuming field extensions, right? So no need to mention every time. So E extension of F, F extension of K. That means K subfield of F, F subfield of E. और ये finite extensions हैं. So What's the conclusion? Then E over K is degree of E over K is finite, and further, because this degree is the product of this degree and this degree, so that means uh, degree of E over F divides the degree of E over K, and degree of F over K divides the degree of E over K. Is that fine? देखो प्रीवियस प्रपोजिशन था वेक्टर स्पेस के ऊपर, वेक्टर स्पेस लिया था V over F, and every vector space, every field is a vector space over its every subfield. तो दैट मीन्स ये ई एफ के ऊपर वेक्टर स्पेस है, एफ के ऊपर वेक्टर स्पेस है, and they are finite, both are finite extensions. So that means by previous proposition you can conclude that degree of E over K is finite, and this degree is same as the product of these two. So that means you have these two facts. This degree divides this degree divides this. Is that fine?
यस सर। सर एक डाउट पहले वाले थ्योरम में।
पूछो पूछो पूछो।
सर जब हमने वन साइड प्रूफ किया कि डिग्री वो डायमेंशन ऑफ वी ओवर एफ एंड डिग्री ऑफ एफ ओवर के आर फाइनाइट, हमने वन वे प्रूफ किया, तब हमने ये प्रूफ किया कि डायमेंशन ऑफ वी ओवर के इज प्रोडक्ट ऑफ अदर टू।
हाँ, दैट्स फाइन, दैट्स फाइन।
जब हमने अदर वे प्रूफ किया तो डोंट वी नीड टू प्रूव दैट डायमेंशन ऑफ वी ओवर के इज प्रोडक्ट ऑफ अदर टू?
ना ना, उसकी जरूरत नहीं है। what we want to focus, what we want to show के रिजल्ट ये था ना कि I mean when one of them is finite, sorry, let me come to the result. This dimension of V over K is finite if and only if these both are finite. So
Yes, sir.
once we establish this finiteness, so when this holds, that means either this is finite or both of these are finite. तो any one of any, I mean अभी ये दोनों fact equivalent हो गए।
ओके सर, ओके
Equivalent हो गए तो you can use anyone and you
ओके
can
सर।
replace anyone with the other one।
यस सर।
ठीक है, so I mean no need। Okay, so that means what in particular, when this degree of E over K is prime degree, then what in particular, if the degree of E over K is prime, then E do not have any proper subfield properly containing K. That means E और K के बीच में कोई subfield नहीं है other than E and K. Is this all right? What about the converse? Suppose you have an extension which do not have any proper subfield in between. ठीक है? So can you say the degree is prime? And the answer is may not be. And counter examples as well, but then to discuss those counter examples, I mean to discuss any of them counter example, I need to use lot of Galois theory, which is not possible at the moment, right? But the converse do not hold. That this you can keep in your mind. Converse may not be true. Okay. Example, I'm not in position to discuss because of the restriction of your limited knowledge. Okay. So anything so far? All right. So let me discuss something new. Let me define something new. Let's f over k be an extension. And alpha any element in f. Then alpha is said to be algebraic over k. If alpha satisfies some non-zero polynomial over k, and this condition is equivalent to, that is, or equivalently, if the map, let's call it lambda, from kx, x is an indeterminate, to k alpha. You understand k alpha? Yes or no? नहीं?
No, sir.
चलो अच्छा तो
No, sir.
ओके, देखो रिंग्स आप लोगों ने पढ़ रखा होगा, राइट? लेट्स you have A contained in B rings. That means B is a ring and A is a subring of B. So, and let's say you have any element alpha, any element in B. All right. So by writing A alpha, it is the smallest subring of B, or subring of B generated by A union the singleton set alpha. Is that fine? तो इसमें ये तो हुआ definition. Now what are the elements here look like? Elements कैसे होंगे इसके अंदर? This is precisely contain all the elements of the form A0, A1 alpha. So all polynomials in alpha over A. AI is coming from A for all. You can specifically prove that the equality, this equality. तो equality prove करने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? First thing you have to prove that ये जो set है, this is a subring of B containing A and alpha. ठीक है? Of course यहाँ पे हम लोग ring with unity लेके चल रहे हैं. Unity हमारे पास है, multiplicative identity है, right? B rings with unity. So this is the definition. So subring of B generated by A union alpha, that means it is the intersection of all the subrings of B containing A and alpha. ठीक है, अब इस इंटरसेक्शन को आपको प्रूव करना है कि जो इंटरसेक्शन है प्रिसाइजली दिस सेट, द इंटरसेक्शन इज प्रिसाइजली दिस. So to verify the equality, what you have to do? First thing, you have to show that this set is a subring of B. Point number 1, right? So once it is a subring of B, then you should realize that this subring contains A. ये A1 A2 AN को आप 0 ले लो तो ये सबरिंग A कंटेन करेगी पूरा का पूरा, राइट? ये जो सेट है ये A कंटेन करेगा. एंड A1 को आप 1 ले लो, A0 और बाकी सारे रिमेनिंग AIs को 0 ले लो तो अल्फा भी है इसके अंदर. सो दैट मीन दिस सेट कंटेनिंग A एंड अल्फा and is a subring. This is the smallest subring containing A and alpha. This is a subring of B containing A and alpha. तो smallest इसके अंदर आ जाएगा by definition. And for the reverse inclusion, reverse is quite obvious because any element यहाँ पे कैसा है, इस टाइप का है. This element will be contained in every subring of B containing A and alpha. So you have the reverse inclusion. तो equality आ जाएगा. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I suggest, though it is, I mean, we will not ask in the exam, but I suggest you to realize this, to write complete proof of this. ठीक है? So, all right. So the same thing is with K alpha. Same thing is with K alpha. So K alpha क्या है? अब यहाँ पे come back to this. F और K दोनों सबरिंग आ गए आपके. K is a subring of F. Alpha is an element in F. So K alpha is a subring of F generated by K union alpha. It's a subring of F generated by K union alpha. To come back to this, we were discussing the algebraic extension. So alpha is an element in F. Alpha is said to be algebraic over K if alpha satisfies some non-zero polynomial over K. Or equivalently, the map lambda from Kx to K alpha given by lambda of any polynomial fx will go to simply f alpha. तो that means ये मैप क्या हुई? K के एलिमेंट्स को फिक्सर कर रही है, x को अल्फा पे भेज रही है. Is that fine? Got the map?
Yes, sir.
For all fx in kx. So और equivalently ये जो मैप है ये 1 1 is 1 1. Can you see the equivalence? Because look at this map. fx जाता है f alpha पे. What will be the kernel? Kernel will be all those polynomials fx in kx for which f alpha is 0. Right? So kernel is the set of all polynomials in kx satisfied by alpha. Right? So this kernel is 0. That means there is no non-zero polynomial in kx satisfied by alpha. That means alpha is not algebraic over A. So alpha is algebraic over A. That means alpha satisfies some non-zero polynomial. That means ये जो map है, oh sorry, is not 1 1. Sorry, this is not 1 1. क्योंकि 1 1 हो गया तो फिर algebraic नहीं रहेगा. ठीक है? This is if and only if lambda is not 1 1 if and only if this alpha is algebraic over K. You get the thing? Get this? Do you have any issue in this?
Sir, can you please explain this again?
देखो पहले इसको मैप को देख लेते हैं. एफ एक्स जाता है एफ अल्फा पे, ये मैप है और इसको आगे काफी यूज करेंगे हम. सो गेट दिस मैप हियर ओनली. सो मैप क्या है? लैम्डा ऑफ इज ए फॉर ऑल ए इन के और lambda of x goes to alpha. This is the map. This ring is generated by x over k. So that means lambda of fx क्या होगा? f alpha हो गया. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
भाई आपको ये इमेज मालूम पड़ गया. लैम्डा के एलिमेंट्स पे लैम्डा पता लग गया और एक्स पे पता लग गया. तो एनी एलिमेंट इन के एक्स यू आर राइटिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ एक्स ओवर के. तो सारे एलिमेंट्स की इमेज पता लग जाएगी. तो सारे इमेज कैसी आ रही है? लैम्डा ऑफ एफ एक्स इज एफ ऑफ अल्फा. यही तो इमेज होगी. आई मीन लैम्डा ऑफ ए जीरो ए वन एक्स ए एन एक्स एन. So for this we want this to preserve the multiplication. So addition multiplication. So lambda a0, lambda a1, lambda x and so on, lambda an, lambda x whole power n. So ये क्या आ गया? a0 because lambda of ai is ai, k के elements को fix कर रहा है. a1 alpha so on an अल्फा एन. दिस इज व्हाट? अगर ये एफ एक्स है तो ये एफ अल्फा है. इफ दिस इज लैम्डा एफ एक्स देन दिस इज एफ अल्फा. ठीक है. तो नाउ यू नो द लैम्डा. नाउ सपोज दिस अल्फा इज algebraic over k. That means alpha satisfies some non-zero polynomial over k. अल्फा अगर नॉन जीरो पॉलिनोमियल सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है तो व्हाट विल बी द कर्नल ऑफ दिस मैप लैम्डा? बिकॉज कर्नल ऑफ दिस मैप लैम्डा इज द सेट ऑफ ऑल polynomials in x over k of which alpha is a root. ठीक है. अरे भाई लैम्डा एफ एक्स इज एफ अल्फा, तो कर्नल के लिए तो एफ अल्फा को जीरो होना पड़ेगा. एफ अल्फा जीरो होगा दैट मीन्स अल्फा इज अ रूट ऑफ एफ एक्स.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो कर्नल लैम्डा इज द सेट ऑफ ऑल पॉलिनोमियल्स इन एक्स ओवर के ऑफ विच अल्फा इज अ रूट. तो अभी आप कह रहे हो कि ये एल्जेब्राइक है. एल्जेब्राइक है दैट मीन्स ये नॉन जीरो पॉलिनोमियल को सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है. नॉन जीरो पॉलिनोमियल को सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है तो वो नॉन जीरो पॉलिनोमियल इसके कर्नल में आ जाएगा लैम्डा के. नॉन जीरो एलिमेंट लैम्डा के कर्नल में आ गया तो लैम्डा वन वन नहीं रहेगा. वाइस वर्सा एज वेल. सपोज लैम्डा वन वन नहीं है, लैम्डा वन वन नहीं है दैट मीन्स कोई नॉन जीरो पॉलिनोमियल है ऑफ विच अल्फा इज अ रूट. नॉन जीरो पॉलिनोमियल है ऑफ विच अल्फा इज अ रूट. सो बाय डेफिनेशन अल्फा इज algebraic over k. So this is the equivalent thing. Either you say alpha satisfies some non-zero polynomial or you say this map lambda is not 1 1. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now alpha is said to be transcendental. So same thing, वो same setup है. f over k is an extension और अल्फा है f में. ऐसा करते हैं, इसको हटा देता हूँ. तो ये हो गया डेफिनेशन नंबर 1. This is number 2. Alpha is said to be transcendental over k if alpha do not satisfy any non-zero polynomial? Or equivalently, what can you say about lambda? In this case, lambda कैसा मैप होगा?
So 1 1.
1 1. Or equivalently, if lambda is 1 1. ठीक है? So all right, if you have anything to ask, for example, I mean कुछ algebraic elements, can you give any example of algebraic elements? And कोई example दे सकते हो? Anyone? Yes? जैसे आप रियल को क्यू के ही ऊपर लो, consider real field over the as an extension of rational field. So what are the algebraic elements? कोई algebraic element real का क्यू के ऊपर? Yes? Anyone? This is quite obvious.
Under root 2, sir.
Under root 2, under root 3, under root and so on. We are all algebraic. Or this pi exponential e, they are transcendental. लेकिन why they are transcendental? इसका proof extremely lengthy proof, right? So I'm not going to discuss here. अदरवाइज आई मीन जिनके पास हस्टीन है वहाँ पे हस्टीन में पूरा प्रूफ दे रखा है, 2-3 पेज का प्रूफ है, आप लोग देख सकते हो. दो आई मीन वी विल नॉट आस्क इन द एग्जाम. Is it fine? So all right, I'm leaving now. If you have any doubt, anything from today's lecture, you can ask me. Otherwise I'll leave. Any doubt from today's lecture?
No, sir.
Okay, so I'm leaving now. We'll meet tomorrow at same time.